Dukecast. Here we go. There we go, you sons of bitches. Episode 14, I think. Holy crap, we're upgrading, guys. We are upgrading. Welcome once again to the Shlicketty Dukecast. I'm Aaron Forsyth. This is Shlicketty Dukecast at the Shlicketty Do Studios, the Dukecast, if for all those who want to abbreviate. And here's my partner, Mike Anderson.
It's me. There I am. I'm right here.
Oh.
Right where I'm supposed to be.
And we're back in action with the Orb of Truth. Anyone who holds it has to tell the truth. Oh, wow. Where have we been? Look at you. You got your sunglasses on. You're all ready for the insurrection.
Yep, ready to go.
Wow. Yeah. You look like you're bird watching. Or you should have a fishing lure on the brow of your hat.
Yeah, do I look like I'm blending in?
Kinda. Well, it depends. It depends. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it doesn't. It's not quite county fair. It's not quite hunting and fishing. Yeah, it looks more like bird watching. You look more like a bird watcher.
Bird watcher.
You need binoculars.
Isn't bird watcher just like a euphemism for flasher?
I think bird watching, yeah, or voyeurism.
Right?
Voyeurism 101. Bird watching. Hey, I know what that sounds like. It sounds like humans. So, yeah, well, okay, where are we at? Oh, if you didn't notice, look at us behind us. Holy macaroons. We're in front of New York City. Oh, that's kind of cool. Kind of cool, I think. Backdrops are cool. Look, we're upgrading the studio. We're making it look good. It's hotter than hell in here, but the air conditioning's kind of working. Oh, free on the forgotten God. I wish they would turn it up. Man, for what we pay here, we should be seeing our breasts, dude. This should look like the fucking... We should be seeing our breasts. This should be like Chilly Willy the fucking penguin in here.
Yeah, I agree. I like it. I like it cold. And I was thinking the other day, I want it like in the 50s at night, in the 60s, like in the morning and the evening, and in the 70s during the day.
Yeah.
That's nice to me.
I just want to kill the humidity in the air. That's all I ask. I hate humidity. Like, yeah. How do people live in like Florida? Or like, I always think like, even though it's visually beautiful, Hawaii looks beautiful, that seems like a fucking nightmare in the humidity level. I feel like my glasses would be foggy. I feel like my shirt would be sticking to my back. I'd be like, yeah.
Yeah, but then again, I mean, because it's out there in the ocean, doesn't have like a constant like ocean breeze.
That would be nice.
You know the ocean breeze and shit. You know?
Yeah, I guess it would have the breeze. You're right. So moving air wouldn't be bad. Boy,
I mean, it's probably still humid though.
Yeah.
Like when I was down in Brazil.
Yeah, you're a Brazil guy.
Yeah. The first time I went down there was like, the first like day and a half we were there, it was the hottest, like, okay, the idea of, what's hot here and hot there, it's the same wherever you're at. You just get used to it. It's relative. It's like this, and you either go this way, oh, it's all hot. You go this way, it's all cold. It's a sliding scale, but it's always about the same.
Yeah.
But it was hot and humid down there. It felt like every like Vietnam movie you ever see where it's like sweltery jungle hellhole.
Oh, and they're all greasy faced and smoking a cigarette butt.
Yeah, because that's I was smoking cigarettes at the time. Like I took a shower to cool off. I got out of the shower. I wasn't out of the shower, 4 seconds before it started sweating.
Yeah.
And then it was just like throw clothes on as quick as possible. Get outside where there was a breeze because the buildings are all built to where it's sort of indoor outdoor.
Yeah.
So the hallway was open. And so we get a nice breeze. So I go out there to the hallway where it's breezy, and I have my iPad, and I sit there and smoke a cigarette. And I'm just drenched in sweat.
Oh.
But then, after like midway through the second day, like the weather changed and these storms came in. Oh. And the storms blew out all that hot, heavy humidity that was hanging there. And from then on, it was not bad.
Was it? Oh, so it wasn't like, oh my God, kill me now. It wasn't like Amazon swelter.
Right.
But I bet it does get Amazon swelter. But some people aren't susceptible to it.
Because we were down there like end of July, beginning of August, which, on the opposite side of the world, that's winter for them.
True.
So that's probably why it was tolerable for me. Because that's probably the best it gets.
Yeah. I think I'm just a pussy suburban white kid who, I grew up in Mill Creek. I mean, I've lived in air-conditioned splendor since I was a tot.
I've always said that, like, me and my friends were from the suburbs. We like cable TV and air conditioning. Like, we're creatures of comfort. That's what we're used to.
And as long as I can afford them and I'm not home, I'm telling you, I'll pay for cable and I'm going to pay for air conditioning. No one's got to live without it. I mean, I earned it.
Yeah, we all work for our stuff and we handle business. Yeah. We take care of stuff.
Yeah, I don't make a lot of money, but I will say I earned enough for that. That and pretty okay food, you know, and a Starbucks now and then. Starbucks, speaking of which, Starbucks, hey, my Starbucks, episode 5 of 6, I did a Starbucks rant. Lately, coming back, Starbucks, they're now wide open all the way till 10 p.m. at night. There's no staffing shortages. Everybody's there. They know my name. I always make a grand entrance when I go in. They're like, hey, you know, and I go up. I give them the hands up when I go in. I always do the hands up.
You should hold your hands up and be like, I don't have any weapons.
No, I just walk in. I'll be like, all right. You know, and they'll go, hey, you know. But then sometimes there's staff there. They're young kids. They're young hipsters. You know, they're definitely young. But they don't. I probably come across like weird, cool dad to certain, you know, but some of them, the ones that don't know me are like, okay, okay, awkward. But the ones that know me, but Starbucks is back in action. My rant taken back. They got the staffing in order. It's open. It's open for business, baby. And the Pike Place is working good. Yeah, and I'm fired. I'm shot out of a cannon today. I'm shot out of a cannon, not only through caffeine, raw anger, man. Anger.
You're an anger man?
Well, before we get into my rant, before the do-cast turns into the rant cast, what do you got? Tell me a story. Ask me a question. Yeah, I'll ask you. What do you got? All
right, first off, can you please put your microphone in the middle of your chest?
Why, is it bugging you?
Yes.
All right.
Because every time you lift your arm, it's going to go behind your mouth like it was doing like last episode, and it kind of loses your signal.
Well, fuck me in the asshole. All right, here we go.
That's fine.
All right, there we go.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, thank you. What do I got? I don't know. Let me consult my notes. I had something earlier, but it's been a long day.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Well, long day at the cracker factory.
All right.
Working hard at the old cracker factory. Pretty big wheel over there.
So you know what I did want to mention to you, what you were just talking about with the Starbucks. Did you see today that not to just be topical on date stuff, but Starbucks CEO is out.
He's out, and guess who they bring in?
The guy from
Chipotle.
The Chipotle guy. That's right.
Oh,
That's
all right.
I saw that.
Well, I guess it's funny, like where I live, there's a Chipotle across the street from the Starbucks, you know, probably every suburban strip mall from here to Alaska probably has a Chipotle and a Starbucks side by side. So he probably knows it. I get it. It makes sense. That's a lateral move, I would think.
Yeah. I don't know if they said he was leaving Chipotle. It kind of seemed like he was going to do both.
That's what I was wondering. Yeah, that was my question. Is the fella leaving? Yeah. And do you get a hefty pay raise? Or is the Starbucks people going,
he's probably getting double salary, which is just complete and utter greed bullshit.
Yeah.
And he'll go, well, I'm doing 2 jobs. Why? Why are you doing 2 jobs? Look, I work for corporate, and they said in there, if you had another job that was interfering with doing your duties over here, and I'm sure he's going to go, well, I'm a CEO. I don't have to do much. I mean, it runs itself. It's like, well, then why do you get paid so much?
Yeah. Why $20 million a year? Yeah, I don't know. I kind of see it as maybe conflict of interest because, I mean, unless they're owned by the same jizz bags way up higher than him, you know, I don't know if the shareholders are similar, but I don't know. I think it's conflict of interest. You can't be owning, you know, that's like owning the electric company and the gas company. You can't, you know. I don't know. It seems like a double dip to me. Yeah, he's got to be leaving. But either way, man, think of being this of all the jobs. Okay, we've gone up the corporate ladder. Okay, you did this, you did that. How does one become the corporate leader of Chipotle? I mean, did he start off in the sandwich, or did he start off in a sub line?
I don't know. I mean,
slopping guac with a fucking spoon.
I don't really know much about the whole thing.
Yeah, or these like corporate guys are just number crunchers that are just like, okay.
I don't really pay attention to that sort of stuff, you know, like the business news, you know.
I like business. I like little blurbs like that, though. I don't, you know, after about the second paragraph, I'm reading, I'm like, okay, so I tune out, you know. But the blurb is good. I like Chipotle guy took over Starbucks.
I always go for the archaeology news.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's always some science news, and they'll be like, you know. USA Today's good for that one. Their little science section's always all right.
Yeah, but they only have one story, so they exclude a whole bunch of other stuff. Yeah. So did you see, about those hobbits that they found?
For real hobbits? Or are we talking like skeletals or aborigines?
Skeletons.
Skeletons, and they're probably aboriginal in
something like that, yeah.
Australia, New Zealand, is that where we're talking here?
I think so.
That usually is where you'd find the hobbits if they're not on set. But no, so what they found the bones? How tall were they?
Like 3.5 feet.
Were they
3.5 to 4 feet?
Were they saying their skull and everything was proportional?
Everything's proportional.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't dwarfism.
So they found them like 15 years ago, and they named him Florence's Hobbit or something like that. Because of Lord of the Rings and the movies and all that sort of stuff. But
Baggins's.
But recently they found more bones because they only had like a handful of bones, and like one of them was like the femur, like the not the femur, the upper arm.
Yeah. The shimmer bone. But I always wondered that, like, how do they know? Like, okay, they find a toe bone and then a femur bone and then an ear bone, and then they piece it and then they just guess what's in between. How do they know he didn't have 4 arms?
No, because I took anthropology and archaeology in college, and really a long time ago, evolutionarily, the body kind of was what it was. The body really has not changed for a really long time. The only thing that's really been changing is the head, the facial features, and the brain case size.
Yeah. And so our jaw structure and stuff from
right with the Neanderthals, it's called a more robust skull. The jaw is thicker, the brow is thicker, and towards that more robust end, you also can see vestiges of a sagittal crest, which is the bone ridge that runs down the top.
Like Klingons.
Like Klingons. But that's for large jaws for biting stuff.
Sure,
so Rottweilers have that and that sort of stuff.
Rottweiler, mandibles.
Yeah.
For breaking coconuts open with your teeth.
Or something, yeah. I mean, or just, chewing raw meat or just tough deer meat or something. I have no idea.
Yeah.
But yeah, anthropology was fun. Archaeology was fun.
That would be cool. It'd be a lot to learn, and I always fantasized about it as a kid, but then I was like, I feel like you'd spend a lot of time though, like, cleaning, dusting off with the toothbrush.
No, it was great. When we actually did that, the teacher was just like, he didn't talk to us much. So we just went outside one day, and basically you use what's called a Brunton compass. So it's a compass that has a little like a little metal strip with a hole cut through it that comes up here. And it's got another guy that pops up over here, and then you got your compass down here. And so with that, you can figure out where you're at actually on the earth and everything like that. So you use the Brunton compass to find yourself a point. And then from that point, you make like a 1 meter, square.
Oh, yeah, you're making the string thing, yeah.
Right, you do the string thing, then you use the space. So we just walked outside on campus and just started digging a hole.
You find anything? Like an arrowhead or anything?
Yeah, that sort of stuff's like super common up around here.
Yeah, like arrowhead, yeah.
But yeah, basically then once you start digging, you're using the trowel, like, and the trowel's like diamond shaped, But it's these back parts, that's the blade. That's what so you just get like a little bit at a time.
Weird.
Yeah, it's really painstaking, but it's sort of fun.
No hobbit bones here, huh?
No, not up here.
No Bagginses.
But they found more of those hobbit bones, and so they'd only had like a handful, and so now they found like a bunch more, which helps them get a better picture of it.
Were they from the same genealogical, I don't want to say tribe, but from the same era and same people, or are we talking, were they 1,000 years older or newer?
So we are Homo sapiens sapiens, right? But once you get into the whole Homo realm, you get Homo erectus, which is always fun, Australopithecus, Afarensis, Homo habilis, and then I don't know if one of those is actually what we call Neanderthals. There were Cro-Magnons in there, right? And so, like I said, and essentially all these different versions same body from the neck down. It's just the head.
Yeah.
Changes.
But I was just curious if the new bones matched the old found hobbits. Well, they matched them in theory.
No. They're all old. They're all from the same time period.
That's what I meant.
They just found more of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they found another burial plot or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, and I saw something else where, what was it, Pompeii, with Vesuvius exploded? Everybody got buried in the volcanic ash.
Yeah.
So they found this, they just recently excavated this couple.
Okay.
That was found. In their villa, all the open spaces were filling up with pumice. So they retreated to this interior room that had no windows or shit like that. It's like a little store closet. So they were both found dead in there. And the woman was clutching some jewels and coins and shit like that.
Wow.
So isn't it nuts how it sort of tells this whole story of...
Yeah, of prized possessions that they wanted,
Because it's like burning hot ash falling from the sky.
Yeah.
And they're taking shelter and just waiting for it to end. And they just get buried. And then by the time...
Then they can't open hot the door. Snowstorm.
Yeah, right? That's nuts. Yeah, so there was Pompeii news. And then there was also a shipwreck that they just found that had a whole bunch of gold coins, like wine, stuff like that. Like a merchant ship.
Wow.
It was really old.
Old wine would be funny. I wonder if somebody's ever going to pop the cork on those.
They've done that. I've seen people do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And mostly it's turned. It's split into vinegar. And,
yeah. So these still taste like barf. Yeah. Yeah. But still.
Yeah, but still, it's
600-year-old wine would be like, whoa.
Yeah. Maybe a 300 or something like that, you'd be all right. Something that in the glass bottle or something. But a lot of that old stuff was terracotta. I just got to say for the record, those amphora, those jugs they used to store all that shit in that had a pointy bottom?
Yeah.
Why? How did that work? I don't understand that at all.
I don't know.
Fucking amphora.
Probably easy to make.
No, it seems ridiculous to make. But they're all uniform.
Huh.
It's so weird. I don't know. They all have that point. It's always a certain length or something. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, maybe there's a mathematical equation to it.
Is there a way to store them? Did they have a heap of
egg
sand,
cartons?
Or sand or something like that they would just stick them in and then they would just stay there?
That's not a bad idea. Yeah, I could imagine them dropping it into the sand and burying it. Yeah, maybe like bowling pins. Yeah, or I don't know. Who knows?
Or is it they were all supposed to be stored on their side so you could stack them, and then that point that sticks out the bottom is what you grab to pull them out?
Like scrolls?
Yeah.
Or wine
bottles? Yeah,
bottles?
because they stored everything that sort of that way.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess we weren't there, so we don't know.
Yeah, so I always keep an ear out for all that sort of stuff.
It is fascinating, though.
Yeah.
And the speculation thereof is always fun.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Speaking of hobbitses, all right, hobbitses, bagginses. I've got something. Well, this is going to go into my rant section. I got two rants. But first is I've been Amazon and stuff, every now and then, I get in the bug, Maybe it's because I got a PayPal credit card. So what I do, I'll buy an ironic T-shirt and then I'll pay it off.
So you put $30 on it and pay it off.
Yeah.
That's how I started building my credit. I had this credit card. I never used it. But every 3 to 6 months, I'd buy a set of bass strings for $40 and then pay it off.
Yeah. I only have a $100 limit on it, so I know, and I never worry about it. So if it ever got scammed, whatever, $100 fine. But I buy ironic T-shirts. You'll have that. Cityscapes. Well, last one. Okay, here's my hobbits' thing.
Wait a minute, that's not ironic. You like Double Bubble.
Yeah, but it doesn't last long. Fucking sucks.
No, but it tastes so good.
It does taste good. And it was funny when I was watching a baseball game the other day. In the dugout, they had buckets of Double Bubble on the back shelf behind them. 3 giant buckets filled to the top of Double Bubble.
That's good.
Yeah. Because I was they're playing baseball. I always complain. I'm the spitting. Why do we got to spit? Too much spitting. Stop spitting. It's disgusting.
That was the tobacco chewing.
Right, but not as many people chew tobacco like they used to.
Dude, when we were in middle school and high school, man, so many fucking people around us were fucking chewing all the time.
It's disgusting.
So gross.
I mean, I did it too, but I don't know why baseball has the highest.
You did it too. When did you do it?
Well, in my young baseball days, I tried it a few times, but then I did those little bandits. Remember those skull bandits?
Yeah.
you put them in there. But I did those for about a summer, and then it was like, all right, these are disgusting.
Yeah, well, I never did that.
Yeah, it was just didn't last a summer.
That's gross.
But yeah, so double bubble. But okay, so hobbits. Here's my rant of the day. What is the deal with?
Oh, you gotta do a giant Jerry Seinfeld premise?
What's the deal? What's the deal with? I order online. I go to buy a shirt, and they have a normal American model. He was of color, but who cares? That's cool. It was not Korean. The place I was getting it from, I thought was from America. It said from Temecula. I'm like, all right, okay, here we go. So I'm assuming U.S. sizes, right? So U.S. sizes, well, come to find out, by the time I ka-chinged out, I see the receipt, and the receipts is all in.
Did you buy this on Amazon?
Yeah. I know, I should have had my setting to US only. So here I go.
That's eBay. Yeah.
I know, here I go. So I bought an ironic, I was buying shirts, but the size, my complaint is the Korean size. Why do they have to have a size chart? Are the Asians over there, are they shorter? Are they hobbitses or something? There's like
No,
a
it's
whole
all different. Even if, because I just bought a pair of shoes.
Yeah.
Like our sizes are half a size off from the UK.
Yeah, I know that. And they give you a little chart. Even on the tongue of your shoes, you can see the US and UK.
Yeah.
That I can deal with. Thank you.
There's also EU one, and there's an Asia one,
Yeah.
But they all have their different systems. Because here's the thing, a lot of our shit is based on imperial. Their shit's all metric.
Yeah. Is that where we're going with this? Yeah, well, I have a big complaint because I was like, all right, so what? So Americans are just, we're just so fat and superior. Here we go. We're going to make our own sizes.
Wait, I don't know where you're going with this at this point. So you ordered a shirt off Amazon.
Yeah.
And it came from a third-party seller, because that's all Amazon is anymore.
Yeah. And I thought it was American. They tricked me, but because the model and everything. So if the model was Asian, I would have gone nosing around looking for Asian sizes, because I would have assumed, okay,
they know that and they do that. That's why they do that.
Yeah, well, they got me. And then I go to buy it. And then I went and I was like, well, this is the kind of shirt I didn't want too tight. So I was like, I'm going to get it, instead of it being a large, I was going to get the extra large.
2XL.
Yeah, so it's a little hangy.
Get 2XL.
I wanted it a little
like
loosey.
3XL? Did you go 3?
No, God, I'm not that fat.
Go 3XL.
No, I wanted a little loosey-goosey. Well, here's what they considered an XL. Now, I don't know if for scale, we can see this on the screen, but here's my shirt. Here's my shirt, which is kind of a fun little shirt. Look at this. The shirt is tiny. It doesn't even, for an XL, it doesn't, if I was to put this on right now, I hope it doesn't mess up my mic, it doesn't even go down to my waist. It's like miniature. You seeing this? You seeing this?
Can you get the other arm on?
Okay, let's do it. I hope I'm not messing up the mic here. Check out my shirt. Here we go. Is it cool? Look at that. Look at that print. Look at that print. Is that cool or what?
It's pretty cool, but just don't button it up.
Yeah, I know, but it's tiny, and it's gonna shrink. It's gonna shrink like a son of a bitch, and it's made for a hobbit. And
how lightweight is it?
Well, it's kind of really thin.
Yeah,
it's really thin.
Yeah, actually, I can see a graphic through it.
Yeah.
Not well, but
yeah. See, I know. Look at that. It's a cat with a. Look at that.
No, you don't need to lean back.
No?
Believe me, it's on camera.
Oh boy.
Believe me, this whole thing's being documented right now.
I know. I can almost picture Rome go, I'm going to punch you.
Yeah, there might be some screen captures from this going.
Yeah, he's going to want to punch me for this one. So yeah, that's my complaint. I like the shirt. I like the pattern. I thought it was ironically stupid. The cat with a gun on a cactus on a green shirt. Something I would never wear. But the size issue, that was my complaint. That's rant number 1.
Yeah.
What are we doing here, sizes? It's like the metric system. It's like, come on, kilometers and miles. And is it us Americans who have made it stupid and we should be in the European scheme or should they be on our scheme?
No. No, you're casting the net too wide there. It's those merchants, it's those people. That's how they're trying to make money over there at this point with what they're calling fast fashion, and it's garbage quality. You wash that thing probably twice, it'll probably start to fall apart.
Yeah, I can tell it's going to shrink to it. It's going to look like a doll shirt.
Yeah.
And it's an XL.
Yeah, they don't have the sizing. They don't care about the sizing. They'll probably just make one size and they'll be like extra small and they'll just send that. And it'll be like 3XL and they'll send that.
Yeah.
Like, they don't care. Because when I worked at the bank, we would dispute these people a lot. And we would contact them to dispute. The only thing that they would say is, we'll knock 20% off your next order.
Yeah.
Which is bullshit, because why would you ever order from these people? So you don't even get a refund. You're basically out the money.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see.
Now, you could try and third-party dispute it through Amazon, because Amazon will crunch the money back. And believe me, I worked at Amazon, and the sellers can get screwed easily, because Amazon would refund money, and people wouldn't have to return shit. And I would talk to the seller, and they're like, so what, I'm out the money and the thing? And I'm like, yeah, I guess so.
Wow.
What's Amazon's going to do to make me whole? And it's like, I don't know, tell you not to do it again? Because if you have enough issues like that as a seller, they'll just shut your selling account down.
Yeah, and I feel like this, and the package when it came in was all in. I don't know if it's Chinese. I'm assuming Chinese, maybe Korean. It was definitely in that font.
Do you have it?
Not on me. No.
I can tell you that. I can tell you the difference.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I don't have it on me, but there's no return slip about it. It's just like what, what? But all right, fine, whatever.
If it had characters with circles, that's Korean.
Maybe it was. Yeah, maybe it was Korean. I don't know.
And then, do you know anything about Japanese?
Well, other than it's linear and reads the opposite direction, right? Doesn't it read the right to left?
There's three alphabets, right? There's the hiragana and the katakana, and those are like what you think about when you think about Japanese. You know, it's like this guy and then that guy, and it makes the symbol.
Yeah.
So that's the hiragana and the katakana. One's for Japanese words, one's for foreign words like McDonald's and computer. And then there's the kanji. The kanji is a standard set of 2,000 borrowed Chinese characters. The Chinese characters are essentially pictographs. So like, you know, like, it's like the symbol, the word for wine is like a little picture of a jar with 2 X's on it.
Oh, that'd be kind of fun.
And the word for drunk is 3 of those. You know what I mean?
I like that idea.
It's like that sort
It's kind
of
of like sign language, but like a yeah.
like the idea of like home is like a square with a little cross in it. So it's almost like you are here sort of thing.
Yeah,
You're
or
a
a
patch of
window.
land, you know, sort of thing.
Yeah, that's actually pretty kind of cool.
Yeah, something like that. It's been a long time since I've looked at it. But yeah, so it's a different way of thinking about it. But so anyway, so when you look at it, you know, if it's only the little pictographs,
Yeah.
it's Chinese. If it's got the pictographs, but then some of the large, you know, regular Japanese-looking characters, that's Japanese. If the characters have like little, like there'll be a line and then like a circle or any like round circles, that's only in Korean.
All right.
Well, maybe it's in other languages too, but I don't know. I'm just talking about these 3.
Yeah, still pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, they're assholes by trying to market me different sizes and to trick me with a picture of an American guy on there looking cool in his shirt. That I think I could wear that.
Definitely dispute it through Amazon.
Yeah.
Get your money back.
I feel like if it's gonna be Asian sizes, fine. Just make the model Asian.
It doesn't matter. Just, you know, just dispute it. Tell them the reason is that, you know, it's the wrong size.
Yeah.
Put it on them, they sent the wrong size. And they can say, oh, we sent extra large. And you can be like, that's not extra large.
Yeah, as they're all laughing. The guy with the cat cactus shirt. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure they are at all of it. But, you know.
Like Americans are idiots.
Yeah, I mean.
We're idiots. Oh, all right. All right, here's my story of the day. You got anything you want to throw in there?
No. I've just been sort of hanging out doing the usual stuff. Nothing.
Yeah,
exciting.
same here. I did a few gigs. Gigs have been going pretty good. I've been nailing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a pretty good one last Wednesday. Wednesday was pretty good. I was shucking and jiving, moving left, moving right.
Where are we at?
In Ohio. not bragging, but I was in Ohio. Yeah, Berea was just a pretty good gig.
Yeah.
It was good. Yeah, money was good. I played good. Yeah, I like having good gigs but then you follow it up with, all right, next day, 2 days later, I'm at an open mic. All right, trying to work out some new stuff and eating my own asshole. God, why do I do open? I'm beyond open mics, but in comedy, you gotta do them because you gotta work out new bugs. It's kind of like you could practice an instrument all you want. I can sit home and play the guitar. I can sit home and play the drums. Poof. Comedy, you can't sit home and practice comedy.
No.
It just doesn't work. You got to get in front of people.
Yeah.
Even if it's your own colleagues, you have to do it.
And this isn't a major market. This isn't a major city market.
No,
so.
yeah, this ain't even Pittsburgh. I mean, we're talking area. So there's like one mic a week next to gigs I got to drive to.
Yeah, and so in order to do anything on the regular,
Yeah. So there's that. But okay. So past few episodes, check this. You've heard me and my fucking car. Remember when I had $1,600 car repair?
Right, and then there was something with the brakes or the lug nuts or something.
The brakes, the control arm, the Johnson rod, the Shlicketty. So the whole fucking schmeal, $1,600. Well, all right, let's shoot ahead. Guess what's happening today? Guess what happened today?
Just new today?
Well, I've been hearing like a little. I thought it was something rattling around in my glove box. Like I was hearing like a squeak, almost like it sounded like a metal mouse rolling around. Imagine like a metal ball rolling around inside your glove box, an empty glove box. But of course it's not empty. So I was hearing that for about 2 days. Then it stopped. And then today I'm riding home from work and every bump I hit, it's going, it's scratching. It sounds like something's going to come up through the glove box, almost a spring. I'm thinking it's a spring, upper right hand. But boy, every bump was like, and it was the most scary noise. I had to drive slow, and I'm like, I'm driving with the blinkers on, blink, blink, blink. People are motherfucker, go around me, go around me, go around me. I'm like, I'm white knuckling it, across 12th Street. On, full on rush hour traffic. People are motherfucking me. And this song, and I'm blinking, but I'm like, oh God. So I manage, thank God I snuck out of work a little early, because now we're talking like 5 minutes to 5. And I know this garage that I'm taking it to was the same place that I just had the $1,600 worth work done, which they're good eggs. But I'm hoping. So I get in there, I'm going down the road. And I'm like, holy shit. Tears running down my face. I gotta say, Mike, there's a stress factor that you get when your car's going, oh my God, I gotta get there safely. I don't wanna kill anybody. But then, once it sinks in like, all right, I'm just gonna grandma it till I get there. But there's that one block before you pull in and you're thinking to yourself, I wanted to cry. I'm so tired of this car. And I have nothing against the Hyundai. I mean, Hyundais are good, but mine's a 2012. It's.
Dude, I'm driving around a fucking 05.
Yeah, yours is older, yeah.
But I have gotten some things fixed on it.
Yeah.
I fixed some things myself.
I've had cars that had electrical issues and anomalies and no air conditioning and things like that. One car I had to count the miles because the gas tank wouldn't register. Dumb shit. But every car I've had, and it's probably Erie and the fucking potholes, it's front end, shocks, rotors, ball joints. It's always every car I've had, and Mike, I'm at the point where I'm ready to go fucking postal. I'm just like, I'm tired of being broke. I'm tired of having a shitbird car. I'm tired of, I'm not going to say how old I am, but I'm old enough I deserve a fucking car that doesn't stink. It's like, now I'm driving the girlfriend's Hyundai over here. She's got a 2019, real nice. Hers is new and sweet and tight and boom. Mine's a death trap. And I'm just like, I wanted to cry. I seriously wanted to cry.
It's frustrating.
Yeah.
It's very frustrating.
Because not only that...
Dude, one time I was coming home from work, and my whole fucking serpentine belt that connects the top half of the engine to the bottom half, I'm at the... so I just got off the highway, so we're at a major fucking road, and I just turned off the highway on the right, and then boom, red light, at the red light, I go, belt snaps. In the middle of fucking rush hour traffic, in the middle of fucking Phoenix.
Does the car just stop?
The engine's running, but it's not connected to the drivetrain anymore.
Oh, so it's kind of like no matter how much you gas it, you're just...
It's just like, it's not going. You know? And it's like, I had to push it. And because it was right off the highway, there was nothing until the next mile down. I fucking pushed that truck for a fucking mile.
In the Arizona heat.
Talk about wanting to fucking cry, man.
I know. And it's like, I'm to the point, like, my credit card that I had this on is almost maxed out. I got about a $500 window. So let's hope that this repair is going to be under $500. I got about a couple hundred in the pocket, and I'm like, all right. Or I'm hoping, God, I mean, or of a truth here, I'm hoping that this repair had something to do with they did maybe, or didn't notice. Maybe they'll give me a good deal, feel bad for me. That's what I'm hoping, or the truth. But if not, I'm in again. And then I was like, you know, I'm thinking to myself, I even went to Carvana the other day too. I was like, all right, let's check on the value of my shitbird. Let's see what we got going on here. Maybe I could Carvana, I can have them pick this sumbitch up and take it away. No, you want to know how much my dumb car's worth? $3,800. I'm like, this thing is worth $3,800. And then I was like, all right, let's go. Let's say I wanted to buy another 2012 Hyundai Santa Fe with 130,000 miles like I have. They're asking 12 grand for it. I'm like, they're asking 12 grand, but then when I try to sell the same car, they want $3,700. You know, fuck that.
Well, who's selling it for 12?
Well, somebody on Carvana.
Oh,
you know, I was just trying to compare numbers. But the disparity between you want to buy a car and you want to sell your car is
it is
stupid.
Yeah.
My credit score stinks. So that's why I don't know. I don't know if I gotta rob a bank or sell some fucking espionage secrets or what.
Do you have a credit card?
Well, yeah, I have a credit card, but that's what the repairs are gonna go on. But I don't have. I can't put a car on a credit card. I mean, no, God, no.
No, but that's what I was saying. I mean, yeah, that's what I always use my credit card for.
Oh, that's what's going to happen. I mean, but
mainly for just car repairs.
Still, it's just the principle.
You know, did you get a bill for school taxes? I got to pay school taxes at the end of next month.
Oh yeah, you do get school. You get your normal. Well, you're in Erie County, but yeah, you'll get your tax.
We're both in Erie County. I'm in the city.
I'm in Mill Creek.
But you're still in Erie County.
Yes. You'll get taxes, but I thought mine was rolled right into they take it out of the escrow of your mortgage, because we got a mortgage payment.
I don't have any of that.
Oh yeah, that's right, you're paid off.
Yeah.
So you get the bill flat out.
I get the bill flat out. So it all came in March, because that's when we closed on the house, was in March. But now I got a fucking bill for school taxes in September. And I'm like, I really wasn't expecting this, but all right.
I mean, I would guess what are they hitting you? 1,200?
Yeah,
that sounds about right.
I mean, I'm gonna pay it by September 30th, and then it's like 1067, and then there's always some finance fee of 2% or something.
Oh yeah. I know. I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence with school taxes, because you know it's like you're a guy.
What do you mean on the fence? How? For
well,
what?
I mean,
whether you like them or not?
Well,
that's about all you got.
You think of you. You don't go to school, use the school system. You don't have a child in the school system. You're just there. You're just a guy who lives in the neighborhood, and you've got to pay for all these other snot rag kids to go to school, which is all right. I guess that's the law of the land. We all do it, but
yeah. But as a decent goddamn American,
here we go.
It's part of my goddamn responsibilities, and I'm glad to do it, even though, you know, I don't have kids in the school system, but the kids that live in the neighborhood Get a good education. The kids should get a good education.
So if you catch one of them skipping school, you should have the right to grab them by the scruff of the neck and throw them on the school bus.
No, that's not my job.
No. But I pay school taxes. This kid's going to school. Screw this stoner. Get him off the...
We're all supposed to pay school taxes.
Yeah,
you don't get a big pat on the back for it.
I know.
It's like, oh, I'm raising my kids. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're supposed to.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess our parents pay it. Everyone pays school. That's just a thing.
I mean, look, I'm like that too. I'm all like, I did the laundry. Like, of course, you got to do.
Know what I'm glad we don't have around here? I would be really annoyed with a bridge tax. Like, imagine if you lived in Chicago. Well, if you lived in Chicago or something, like to cross bridge and tunnel tax and have to work around that like daily or weekly. Holy shitbird! I would be breaking stuff. Breaking stuff. Oh. Whew. But yeah, we're good here. Let's see. What else do I... So the rant cast, Shlicketty do cast, turned into a rant cast today. Sorry about that, guys, but I had to do it. I got to get it out. I feel like 4 out of 5 episodes, I've been bitching about the car thing. Maybe someday. I don't know. If I had a do-over in life, here's what I would do. And maybe this goes out to some of you younger kids out there. Don't take it for granted. When your parents buy you the nice Audi, that's great. Enjoy it. But you really should buy a clunker junker, go to shop class, learn how to fix your own cars, and I don't know what I don't know what wrench does what and who does
the truth is, it's not even about the mechanics anymore. There's so much with the electronics.
True. Yeah, they're way more high tech than they were in the 80s.
And they really are getting it to where it's going to price out like mom and pop auto repair places, and it's just going to be larger places that can pay the money for the entry fee for the electronics reader and scanner and code reader and whatnot.
Yeah, I know. I almost wish. Some days I wish like cars, we all had the same kind of car, and it was like a weird socialist kind of thing, and we all had a car, and we traded them like our modems. Oh, time for your upgrade. Let's go to the car place. And we pay like a tax once a month.
Well, because for our parents' generation, and maybe before them, it kind of was like that, where people would get like a new car every year.
Yeah, my dad went every 3 years. He was getting a new car. Yeah. What the fuck?
My dad was a car guy, like a Fonzie 50s.
Yeah, he had that Shelby GT, didn't he? That old Shelby.
He had all sorts of stuff. Like, he would always have like a beater run around car for the winter, but then he'd always have some hot roddy type thing.
Yeah. Oh, and you guys always had the suburban like Toyota. There's always like a suburban Toyota for mom.
My mom had a '86 Toyota Celica.
Right. There we go. Yeah.
Which It was a very good utilitarian car. It was super dependable. God, it was like 4 inches off the ground. It was so low. But it had like a hatchback and you could put the seats down. So my brother could put his whole double bass drum kit in it. Yeah. Or I could put my whole bass rig in it.
Yeah, I remember
in the back.
Pounding around in that one.
Yeah. Celica was a solid car. And my dad usually had, I remember he had that stupid Corvette that never ran.
I don't remember ever pulling it out, but I remember him pulling away in that Shelby, that blue and white Shelby thing.
Blue and gray.
Yeah. That was. I didn't realize at the time what a hot, desirable car that is.
He had a Conquest TSI for a while there. I dug that when he got the Conquest. I was like, oh, that's cool. I dig those Conquests. He had, of course, the Land Shark. Remember the gray Camaro?
The gray Camaro, that was a standard. Yeah,
we drove around on that one a lot because he would let me drive the gray Camaro.
The Land Shark, yeah. And that was another one because it was the low Camaro. Getting into a low Camaro was like, oh my god. Didn't you remember we back-ended a city bus with that?
We just rubbed the front nose of
it. Yeah, and they had to unload the bus while we stood there.
Yeah, they had to call the cops and file a police report. Shit. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Shit show. Anyway, and then my dad had, I remember, I think it was 2 cars after the gray Land Shark. He got a black IROC Z.
Oh, yeah.
With I think with the 305 engine.
Yeah.
Now that one, he specifically wouldn't let me drive, but I did get to drive it once.
Yeah.
He was out of town, he was going out of town, and I needed to drive it down to Hallman Chevrolet down there in Upper Parade or whatever, and drop it off. And he's like, that's it. don't fuck around. Just go down there, draw it out. Like, all right. So I did.
Yeah, butch.
But it was like,
He was a butch.
dude, it was doing the speed limit just idling. I wasn't even touching the gas. It was idling at 35.
Yeah. Yeah,
It was
that
like,
rock,
It was
yeah.
like, holy shit. Like, I was coming over the one hill and I gave it a little bit of gas. Like, I was like, holy shit.
Wow.
Like, that was the car. He's always like, your mom hates, because they would always take like trips just up to Jamestown and shit. And my mom, because he liked driving the IROC, she hated riding in the IROC because it had racing tuned suspension. So the suspension was really tight. So every time you hit potholes,
I can see it.
she hated the jarring. But.
Yeah, my dad never had cool hot rod. In the 70s, he had a Pontiac.
Your dad had the solid fucking Hondas.
Yeah, we were solid. Yeah, we were Pontiac, he had the Pontiac when we were young. He had like a 79 Pontiac thing that was big.
They were all big when we were young.
Yeah, and it was like, I remember it being like silver, and then it had like the bucket leather seats inside were all burgundy. That was cool. It felt giant when I was a little kid, but no, from then on it was Hondas. Yeah, we were Honda generation. Honda. He might dabble in a Toyota in between until finally at the very end, the last car he ever had was he got a BMW. He loved it, but he said it was too expensive. So he traded in for a Acura, which
That's like high-end Honda, right?
it is, yes. And outside, it just looked like a standard Honda. You wouldn't, but inside, we're talking 2005. This had no keys. This had a push-button start and blue lights inside. It was like a spaceship in that fucking thing. And we're talking 2005.
Yeah.
Back when it was, this Acura was badass.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't afford stuff like that. That's what I want. I want a car. I don't know. Part of me really wants to just lease. Because now that I'm not schlepping musical gear around, if something goes wrong, I can throw them the keys, and they're going to throw me the keys to something else, and I'll say, "Fix it, Jackson," and I'm out of here.
When I lost the pickup truck and I just had the Toyota Corolla 4-door sedan, man, I felt crippled. Like, you know me, I always had a truck van for hauling the gear.
Yeah.
I was like, the band was like, "Oh, we're going to gig." I'm like, how are we going to get there? Like, half the band never drives. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, and I've always had my own cars because it was planted in my head, you're going to be ruining stuff with your gear, you're going to scratch. And it was true, my gear, always scratched things.
Trying to put the amps in a sedan, yeah, but you get yourself a pickup truck that's got like one of those plastic bed liners or like rhino coat. It's just...
Well, the funny thing is,
throw 'em in.
I never had a problem with it. Every drummer I had fucking dinks and donks and dinks and donks. It was the drum hardware. It wasn't my amp.
It's always...
I'm a bass player. My shit didn't...
Listen, moving the drum set is a fucking hassle, man. It takes forever to get it set back up and that sort of shit.
Yeah.
So the drummers are always looking for ways to shave time off that. I remember one time with our drummer, he had moved to, this is my drummer out in Arizona. Not Rick, my old drummer, Rob. He had a rack system.
Oh, and they hand you those arms that are preset?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You can't move it. It was like the whole rack. And it was like, oh my God.
Oh, and it folds like a sandwich, but it's still awkward, and these little things are going to poke
He
the
didn't
ceiling.
he didn't have any of it folding. It was the central bar and then the two angled ones going off it. Yeah, and each one's got like the boom arms for the cymbals and then the fucking mount tom mounts.
Yeah.
And
memory locks.
Yeah, and then and he didn't have any cases for the drums, and then he'd get all shitty like, don't nick up my drums. I'm like, dude, fuck you. Get drum cases.
But now, think about it now. I'm not schlepping gear anymore, and B, I don't smoke cigarettes anymore. And I'm tired.
You know what? Speaking of that,
Yeah.
I think it had gone unpassed a couple of months ago, but I think it's been 10 years since I quit smoking cigarettes.
Wow. I'm
Because-
2.5, but you're 10.
Because I believe it was
You sure?
15. 15.
2015. Yeah, okay, so you're
Because
about
I
9
remember
years.
in 14, we went to England. We went to the UK.
You were
And
smoking there.
And I remember buying cigarettes there. It was so expensive.
Yeah, and you had the American Spirits then, because I remember us talking on the phone, and we were both American Spirit aficionados.
Yeah, it was way American Spirits.
Yeah.
But over there, I couldn't get American Spirits, so I just got some Marlboro mediums, and they were like $28 a pack.
Yeah, they're imports.
Oh, yeah, they were. But all the other cigarettes I didn't recognize.
Oh, they had all their weirdo.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't know what these are. Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta quit. I haven't smoked to death years, but I gotta get a car that I think leasing. I think leasing might be the answer here. I wish. Now I'm an anti-car guy. I don't want no.
The problem with the leasing is you're going to be paying $236 a month for the lease, and at the end of it, you don't have anything.
I'm not worried about the end of it. It's just a lot of these leases though will be like. If you read the fine print, it'll be like, oh, $2,700 down. And then you start, and then to start a new lease, you might need the $2,700. So I'd hate to get to the end of the 3 years and be like, all right, here's your keys, sir. And then you want to start another lease? Well, yeah, but...
That's what they always do.
Yeah, and then it'll be $2,700, sir. I don't have $2,700, and then I'm fucked. And then I'll have to get a lesser model, and then it'll dwindle me down lower models.
I think that's the problem is we're not in the income bracket for the leasing thing.
I know. So I'm going to have to ride this one till the proverbial wheels do fall off.
I mean, so right now, all the vehicle prices are super high. You know what I mean?
Will they ever go down, you think?
I don't know, man. Like, it's once again, it's one of these stupidly inflated fucking things, probably because of fucking, people's stupid, dumb tariffs and stuff that trickle down that, trickle down economics is? We end up paying for it.
Yeah.
That's trickle down economics.
But a used car, at first it was the chips, but that's newer cars. I'm talking like a used car is expensive.
Now,
I know. Now in the COVID, they were asking for your car.
Yeah.
They wanted the inventory, but I don't know. I don't know what to do. Now, obviously, I know what I got to do. I got to put it on the credit card, fix it again, take it in the old asshole, and then here I go. I'm going to pay out the butt.
Well, but here's the thing that it always was is, if it's the car you've had for a while and you get it fixed, like my truck, it's the devil you know. Like, I know what's good on my truck. I know the radiator's good because me and Rick replaced it. Mostly me, 2 days before I left.
Yeah.
I know the front shocks are good because me and Rick replaced them in my fucking garage. You know what I mean? Like, I know the engine's good because I took it over to the fucking mechanic. You know what I mean? I know my brakes are good because I had them done here. I know my tires are good because I bought them here. 2 years ago.
That is true. Yeah.
It's the devil you know.
Yeah, and I will say, because my engine, being 6-cylinder and stuff, it's zippy. It's cool. My engine's tight. Everything's cool on my car. It's just, it's always suspension things. It's eerie potholes.
Are you... Now, listen, back before I moved out to Arizona, I was terrible at avoiding the fucking potholes.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
I know where they're at on my route because I do my, I got a pattern around Erie here. I know where
I'm mostly a 26th Street guy these days, so it's not too bad.
But I know where all the manhole covers are, and I know where all the dippy-dee-doos are in my route. You gotta watch those manhole covers. That's another rant. Manhole covers.
They put them in the worst places around here.
I know, and they're like this far deeper. So
Yeah, because every year of another layer of asphalt.
Yeah, they never level up the. That's actually a big pet peeve.
Yeah,
that's worse than the potholes. The manhole covers.
Yeah, it is because where I'm driving, if you're in that right-hand lane, right where your tire is, that's where the potholes are. It's not like they're in the middle of the lane.
No.
They're like, 22 inches off the curb.
Yeah. How are we doing on time? We gotta go.
All right.
Let's wrap her up. Hey, glad you enjoyed the Shlicketty Doo app.
We'll continue this next time.
We'll talk again.
What would we do without Galaxy Glue?